Hello guys, this is Sham from BreVITy, and today let's look at the implementation of container with most water in C++. So the logic of this problem has been explained in a different video, so if you haven't watched it, please watch that one first. So to reiterate a few things, in this problem we're given an array in which each element here represents the height of all these vertical lines, and we can form a container by selecting any two vertical lines. We measure the water in this container by calculating the area between them. So the area here is basically the minimum height of these two vertical lines, the minimum height here, and the width. Width is basically the difference between the indexes of the two vertical lines. So let's get into the code now. So initially we declare a variable here to hold the size of the array we're given. Then we declare the two pointers here because we're following the two-pointer approach. So L refers to the first one, the left end of it, and the right end here is n minus 1, the last element. Then here we're calculating the maximum area, so we need a variable for that. We initially set that to 0. And one more variable called area, which will store the area in each case, in each iteration. So we keep performing the iterations until L and R have reached a common point, that is L equal to R. So until L and R are not equal, you keep repeating this. So here we measure the height between the two vertical lines, the left one and the right one. In this case, let's just say the right one is greater. So what we do here is we just calculate the area initially, which is nothing but the minimum one. The minimum one here is the left one into the difference between those two. So it's R minus L, and we get our area. So now the max area could have changed. So we take the max of the max area and the area which we calculated here, and we move the lesser one. So in this case the left one is the smaller one, so we increment that. If this wasn't the case, what you would have done is calculate the area as height of R, which is the smaller one, and the width remains the same. So in this case the max, again we have to do the updation here, giving the max area and area. So once this is done, the smaller one is the righter one, so we decrement that. With that done, once we exit this loop, we should have the maximum area, that is the container with most water, and we return that here. Okay, so let's see if it runs. Yeah, the sample case for try submitting it. Yeah, so we worked the first time for that. So let's look at the code optimizations here. Now, one of the things which you could do is, which you must have noticed here, is that we update max area for each of the conditions. Now, both of these are the same, so you can do it once at the end instead of doing it twice here. That will reduce the lines of code here. You can do it once towards the end. And one more thing is, in this case we only had to use this once, so you don't really have to store it in a variable. Just directly use the size here, size minus 1. We don't need an extra variable here. And that's it, I guess. Let's just check if it works again. Yeah, and that's so not a lot of code optimizations for this one because it's a pretty simple thing to implement here. So the key in this problem is in understanding the problem and coming up with the two-pointer approach. So once you've got that right, it's a pretty simple problem to code. And with that, that's it for this video. If you have any doubts, leave it in the comments below, or you can head over to the Discord group. Thank you.